Jon Jones has just sent the entire MMA world into chaos following the controversial ending of Tom Aspinall vs Ciryl Gane, where the fight was abruptly stopped due to an accidental eye poke. Now, Jon Jones has openly mocked Tom Aspinall in what many are calling one of the most disrespectful moves yet. Just hours after the bout ended, fans quickly noticed that Jones had changed his social media profile picture to an image of himself wearing an eye patch, sending the internet into a frenzy.
They've announced this White House UFC fight. Can we expect to see you on the card?
I can't promise anyone anything, but I have very strong feeling that I'll be on that card. It's going to be historic.
But who would you take on? Who would be your dream opponent?
I would want to take on whoever's holding the belt at the end of the year.
Any possible names you think?
Well, I mean, as of right now, the champion is Tom Aspinall, but we'll see who's the champion at the end of the year. The only thing to have an American guy fight for the championship that night, I'd be willing to put it all on the line.
Dana and Hunter do come to you after this fight. They make the figures make sense to you. Would you then be open to fighting Tom Aspinall, or are you categorically thinking, he does nothing for me, I will not fight that guy?
He does nothing for me. He does nothing for me. If you're a person that wants to see me really challenged, then I get it. 7 years younger, like 35 pounds bigger than me, right? I get it. It's like, wow, this Jon's so good. We finally found someone way younger and way bigger than him. Let's see how he does against that. I get that narrative. But for me, if you were my manager, if you were on my team, why not fight against Pereira, a guy who's the same age as you, and we walk around the same exact size? Business-wise, it makes more sense. Fight I'm gonna call him this, fight the nobody that may be more dangerous, or fight the guy with all the accolades, who's incredibly dangerous, but it actually will affect your legacy.
What if Jon eye pokes you? You know he'll do that, right? How are you going to deal with those oblique kicks?
I don't know. I've not fought him yet, so I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But for right
now versus Ciryl Gane just took place in the main event of UFC 321, or did it really? Ciryl Gane eye pokes Tom Aspinall at the end of round one. We had a very competitive round of fighting that I thought Ciryl Gane was slightly getting the edge of, but Tom Aspinall was starting to find his timing on Ciryl. Landed a good right hand before the end, but Cyryl's jab was popping. Cyryl's jab was popping in that fight. Tom Aspinall had a bit of a nosebleed. And then Ciryl Gane lands his signature move. No, not the back of the head shots that he lands in every single fight he has ever. Not the back of the head shots that he lands in every single fight ever, nearly in every single finishing sequence he's ever had ever in his entire career, bar the hill.
The timing could not have been more obvious. The internet immediately exploded, calling it a savage shot at Tom Aspinall, who was forced to stop fighting because of that eye injury. This was classic Jon Jones, the undisputed master of mind games, stirring controversy even when he is nowhere near the octagon. But this moment felt different. It cut deeper, especially considering Aspinall had waited over a year for that opportunity, trained relentlessly, and watched his long-awaited comeback unravel in a matter of seconds. Fans did not hold back either, blasting Jones as classless and immature.
We started very well. I think he started very well, but I think I started very well. Because everybody knows his strategy every time he started really hard and surprised his opponent. We did well, and we defending a takedown, I touched him. We saw some blood on his nose. It was a really great first round, and that's why, yeah, maybe also I was a little bit disappointed.
Poked knuckle deep in the eyeball. Why are you booing? What am I supposed to do about it? I didn't do the fucking poke. I can't see.
Tom, they should not be booing. I agree with you. You waited a long time for this moment. Talk to the disappointment of this being how it ends.
This is bullshit. The fight was just getting going.
Saw from Ciryl tonight was telling a different story than everybody thought coming in. Obviously, we don't know how the fight was going to play out, but he was looking
We had a fight.
Good.
We had a fight.
Real fight.
Ciryl was aggressive. He didn't back up, and Tom was loving it. That's what I like the most. Tom is smiling like, yo, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Someone to actually fight me. Hey, man, if this dude's eye is good.
Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane has ended in a no contest. Ciryl Gane poked Tom Aspinall in both eyes, almost knuckle deep. Tom was fuming over this, and I cannot blame him. What a fucking nightmare. We've all been waiting ages for this fight, and for it to end like that is absolutely heartbreaking. What makes it worse is Gane was actually looking pretty sharp in that first round, and I was genuinely curious to see how it would all play out. This has been a complete.
While others defended it as pure Jon Jones energy, ruthless, calculated, and elite-level trolling. And just when everyone thought that was the end of it, Jones doubled down. He jumped back on social media, but this time with a massive call-out. He set his sights on Alex Pereira, demanding a White House super fight. That's right. Instead of focusing on the long-awaited showdown with Tom Aspinall, Jon's attention has now completely shifted to Pereira, fresh off his dominant victory over Magomed Ankalaev. Jones praised Pereira's performance, yet made it crystal clear that he wants that fight next, claiming he is ready to headline the biggest spectacle in combat sports history.
He's annoying to me, and that's my own personal, he annoys me. I get to you guys, you find it entertaining, but I find him annoying, and I just don't like him. And at the end of the day, if I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that few money, honestly. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Or else, my life is perfect without him. I don't need him at all, and he needs me. And that's a good place to be in a negotiation.
Yeah, right. That's the boogeyman. Like Jon Jones is the fucking boogeyman. When he fought Gustafsson, he had almost no. He's like, he didn't even train for that fight. He pulled that fight off in the 4th and 5th rounds because he can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding. I mean, he knocked out Sergey, who's the scariest fucking striker in all of MMA. Yeah. And he knocked him out in the 1st round. And the way he did it was just picture perfect. And he did it with a fucked up back. You watch Aspinall, like, I knew Aspinall was going to have a speed advantage because he's faster than any heavyweight. Yeah. And that's something that his coach drilled into him when he was young. Speed. Like, be fast. Like, you got to be fast. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else. Speed kills. Speed. And he's a giant dude, 260 plus pounds, but he moves like a fast young guy. Yeah. Like a light guy. And so and he's also just so well-rounded. And he's just beginning. Yeah. I mean, that was really the first big test of...
Even if it means stepping over Tom Aspinall once again. The MMA community is completely divided. Many fans are furious with Jones for mocking Aspinall and seemingly avoiding the rematch the entire division has been demanding. Others argue he is simply playing it smart, chasing the biggest possible payday. But one thing is undeniable, this is vintage Jon Jones chaos at its finest. Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, and several other analysts have already weighed in, saying this proves Jones thrives on psychological warfare like no one else. Rogan even stated that Jon Jones does not just defeat opponents inside the cage, he beats them mentally before the fight ever begins. Meanwhile, Tom Aspinall has remained completely silent. No reaction. No tweet. No statement. And knowing Aspinall, that calm silence might be the most dangerous response of all, because when he finally speaks, it is usually followed by action. Jones mocking Aspinall during one of the most emotional moments of his career.
Right now, because of what I just saw happen in a heavyweight title fight. The fight ended in a no contest between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane due to an accidental eye poke. This is only the 2nd UFC title fight in the 30-something year history of the company to end in a no contest. I mean, the arena was on fire. The stage was set for something magical to happen. You had two guys that were primed and ready to go and fight for the most prestigious prize in all of fighting. As Miles tries to strike back there and break stuff down, Liverpool got beat again today, so it's like becoming the norm. Every post-fight reaction, Liverpool's getting beat. But the stage was set for something amazing to happen. And we got what was one of the most anticlimactic finishes I've ever been a part of, but what we got up to that point was amazing. What we got to that point was very telling. What we got to that point was we got the opportunity to watch the two best heavyweights in the world fight for the championship in the UFC, right? Jon Jones isn't here. Francis Ngannou isn't here. The guys that we had in there right now are the two best.
Fans are now asking, will the UFC even allow Jones to bypass Tom Aspinall once again? Or will Dana White finally step in and force the fight that the entire MMA world has been demanding? One thing is crystal clear, Jon Jones is fully back in villain mode. And whether it ends up being Alex Pereira at the White House or Tom Aspinall in a heated grudge match, the heavyweight division has just become far more explosive.